Hi, my name is Bobby Torres, and today I'll be talking about Castaneda versus Pickard case. In 1978, Roy Castaneda filed a lawsuit against Mrs. A.M. Pickard, president of Raymondville Independent School District of Texas, known as RISD. Ms. Pickard was a part of the Board of Trustees. RISD was accused of discriminating against Mr. Castaneda's two Mexican-American daughters. RISD was accused of preventing these students from learning due to the lack of sufficient access to bilingual programs, the inability to participate equally, and classroom segregation based on language and race. On August 17, 1978, ruling in the favor was for Pickard. The federal government ruled that RISD had not violated any of the Castaneda's children's constitutional or statutory rights. Castaneda filed an appeal arguing that the district court made a mistake in their ruling. So let's rewind a bit so we can understand why Mr. Castaneda might have felt like he had an appeals chance. In 1974, the Equal Educational Opportunity Act passed, known as the EEOA. The U.S. Supreme Court passes the act prohibiting discrimination against race, color, sex, or national origin. Children enrolled in public schools are entitled to equal educational opportunity. In 1974, there was a case in San Francisco, California, Lau versus Nichols. The Supreme Court ruled in favor of Lau, requiring schools to take appropriate action in overcoming language barriers by providing equal participation to bilingual education. Mr. Castaneda felt that RISD had done the exact opposite of what EEOA stands for. For example, his daughters were in biased classroom placements, they had the lack of bilingual education, and then they did not have the equal participation as English students. On June 23, 1981, in Dallas, Texas, the Court of Appeals, Fifth Circuit Court, ruled in favor for Mr. Castaneda. The decision reverted back to 1974, the Equal Education Opportunities Act, ruling in favor of bilingual education rights. From this ruling, a three-part assessment was established to determine how bilingual education programs would be implemented responsibly in schools to meet the requirements of the EEOA. Assessment 1. Bilingual education programs must be based on sound educational theory. Assessment 2. Programs must be implemented effectively with resources for personnel such as bilingual instructors, instructional material, including training for teachers that could be PDs or in-services, and to have the appropriate space. Assessment 3. Programs must be proven effective in overcoming language barriers with data from assessments. Education today? Bilingual education has improved, but there is so much more to do. Equipping ourselves with knowledge and the proper tools can be powerful, and as educators can be passed on to our students. Enabling our students to succeed to their highest potential in their classroom creates lifelong learning. Keeping in mind, creating a safe, welcoming environment where all students can grow with equal access to education. Thank you for listening to me. This is a list of my references.